So basically what I'm doing is I'm running around the world on this solo journey and just kind of asking anybody and everybody if they would like to just basically spit out if you've seen some problems in the world and like what, from your perspective, everybody's had a different walk of life. But it's just a perspective just to see what you have seen and then what you think it takes to solve the world's problems. And then that's pretty much the whole interview.
I'll tell you what I think the biggest problem is in the world is that people want there to be problems. The worst thing that could happen to all the celebrities, all the politicians, all the shitheads on X and Blue Sky or wherever the hell they're going these days is if we collectively acknowledge that we're going to be fine. I mean, we got to take care of the planet. We got to not shit into the rivers and these sorts of things. Let's be practical. But on the other hand, we're more or less going to be fine. Well, I think most people generally understand that and recognize that. But there are people who literally make their living trying to pit us all against each other.
We call that the media, right?
It's more than that. It's all the politicians and all the celebrities and all the musicians and all of that too. And they're trying even to get people like to not want to have Thanksgiving with their own families. That is their bread and butter. That is truly how they make their money. And it's not conspiracy. It's not Fourth Estate or whatever. You know, it's not anything. It's if you just look at, cui bono on all of this. Who benefits from us being at each other's throats? The people who
harvest the energy.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like, okay, and that's how they get their clicks, that's how they get their revenue. The solution, I think, is for all us to recognize, okay, we disagree about stuff. Oh, there's this thing, we disagree. I don't even know you. I got on the list with this guy. I have no idea who you are or what you think about anything, but I bet you're generally a nice guy, and the things we disagree about, we're like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
So what do you think?
I like getting along. It's so much easier just to understand at the end of the day when we wake up, we're all taking care of ourselves right there at our own place. So if you want to make an impact on the entire world, start with where you live. It spreads out from building these good communities.
Right.
We don't have the days where the neighbors putting on a roof and like everybody in the neighborhood shows up to get it done in a day. We're not quite the honest community we used to be.
Well, yeah, a lot of the reason behind why we're not going to go back to that is because it's become so centralized and therefore cold and distant. You don't have to take care of your neighbor if you can say, well, I pay my taxes, damn it. Like, okay, well, the taxes will pay for it. And it's true that they do, but that obviates a lot of people's personal feeling of responsibility to have to help their neighbor when their neighbor has a problem.
It's nice to be asked to. So we're doing something that might need a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Would you gentlemen be so kind to introduce yourselves?
I'm Jason Golek. I'm just a nomad running around the country exploring trails now in Colorado. So, chiropractor. So, help the masses here, there, wherever you are.
I'm Nick Seisler, and I'm a Coloradan. I grew up here, joined the military, been all over the country, lived all over the country, been all over the world, and this is obviously home, and this is, like I like to say, heaven's ground floor.
But I am asking for $1 from the 8 billion people that share the planet to go towards solving the world's problems. Just real quick before we get off, would you guys donate $1? Do either of you have $1? To solve the world's problems.
I hope the advice is worth $1.
I got you.